Okay, so if there's one question I want you guys to consider for today is, what is it that you consider a priority? Now, if you check on Google, obviously it's going to say it's something of extreme urgency or something that you consider and hold to be important and very valuable. So you put it as top priority, meaning that you put it first in line and it has to get done. It's not a question, it's a statement, it needs to get done. So what is it that you hold valuable in your life? Now, in accordance to what I'm talking about today, I just wanted to touch a few subjects of things that people should be holding in priority and should actually have in consideration when going through their thought process. And the first one is the emotional. What is it that you're thinking and what is it that you're feeling? And please address the issue. This is something that I put a lot of emphasis on to people, is to not ignore when you are feeling a certain way, to make sure you either communicate maybe to a friend or a family member, and to just get certain things off your chest so that it doesn't ruin your day and it's not something that constantly keeps running, because sometimes we try to ignore it. Maybe we put music on, maybe we try to do a lot of activities to try to distract ourselves from what's going on in our mind, but it's still there, and then it gets thrown into our subconscious, and then we have this weird dream that a freaking elephant stomping on our face, and then that was the elephant in the room that you didn't decide to address. Sorry about that. I don't know where I was going with that. Apparently to the mental facility. But the second thing is physical activity. You have to make sure that at least you are physically well and healthy. I'm not saying to do strenuous activity, because you have to build up the muscle first. But maybe 5 to 10 minutes of exercise, maybe jumping jacks, push-ups. If you can't do that, maybe go for a walk for 5 or 10 minutes. Just grab your friends. You ask people to go with you, so that you have companionship, so that you see them doing, and it's not really, your body's not really aware that you're exercising. It is, but it isn't. And, making sure that, you get the blood pumping or whatever, and that you're healthy, you're eating the right type of foods, that you're not just digesting only sugars and, grabbing fast food and stuff. I understand that we're in a fast-paced world and sometimes we just need to grab a fast meal, but try to make sure that you incorporate maybe drinking a little bit more water, or having more fruit in your diet, or having more vegetables. And before I ramble on, number 3, I think there's something that people have to actually put an emphasis on is actually the interpersonal relationships that we have with people. Can you hold a conversation with somebody? Are you somebody that likes to shy away from people? Do you not like being around a lot of people? Do you like your alone time? That is a good thing, but to a certain extent. We have to be social people. I mean, when you work with people, if you work in customer service, anything in life, when you go to the grocery store, you have to communicate with people, so you have to learn how to burst past that bubble of shyness. Probably for another video. Shyness, that's my whole life. But you have to basically break away from that shyness and learn how to communicate with people and actually have conversations and hold relationships, meaningful relationships with people, not just the typical, hey, how you doing, and then just walk by. Another thing is spiritual, which is a guiding belief system that you have. And me, personally, I'm Christian, so I believe in God, and so I read the Bible and I pray and I go to church. Sometimes I can't go to church because in between school and work, but that doesn't mean that I can't do it at home. And I just, in a sense, being able to talk to God is like being able to talk to a friend, except for there's more confidence because God already knows the things that you're going through, and so he's just waiting for you to address it and for you to give him permission to, work within your life in certain areas to fix it. Another one I would say is financial. A lot of people do not prioritize and do not keep a balance. They feel like, oh, I had a bad day, so I'm going to go retail therapy shopping. But trust me, when that bill comes in, when the credit card comes in, when you look in your pocket and there's like a hole in it and you're like, how'd that get there? And you can't sew it because it's that big, it's going to hurt in your soul, in your chest, in your bank account. So make sure that you actually learn how to budget. You can always check online if you don't really know how to do these things. I don't know the age group of people who are watching this, but make sure that you find a balance. You can splurge sometimes on yourself, but you have to realize if you have to pay rent, if you have to pay your car payments, if you have to pay whatever, if you have to pay for food, if you have to pay for certain things, make sure you put the priority first of the things that you need before the things that you want. In the long run, it'll be better than, now you're just enjoying it, but in the aftermath of it all, you'll be like, oh crap, I'm in debt. How'd that happen? So, and we can't all be Donald Trump, because his bankrupt and my bankrupt are two totally different bankrupts. So good luck, God bless, and have a good day.